ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः.
So about him I can tell. After his arrival I started to get some realization. When I was pregnant of him, my daddy arranged a Bhagavatam. So I was 3 months pregnant. I did parikrama with him. Maybe you've noted this. He has this Vaishnava tilak on his forehead by birth. So from the beginning he was sattvic. I was tamasic, but he was different. From childhood, he was doing seva. He was loving other children. He never had a fight. So from the beginning, he had such a sattvic nature. And when I met Gurudev, he came with me, and he would always be doing seva. He was doing charan seva. He was doing other things. When there was Bhagavad, then he would serve Gurudev and in the Bhagavatam. And he said, I will not do anything, but he did everything. He was doing so much seva while he was still small. And then in between I noticed that maybe he has a special relation with Gurudev, because once Gurudev was showing his sickness lila, and then he was serving Gurudev. Gurudev had such a fever, and then he would help Gurudev change his clothes. Gurudev was sweating, and then we were washing the clothes and ironing it. And then once he broke his hand, and then Gurudev came here himself. When I see he is very ill, then Gurudev comes in Faridabad. And then Gurudev takes his hand. I don't know, I think they have some relation from previous lives. And I was thinking, how would his exams go? But he got such good rankings. And after that, he was again sick, and the family thought he would not make his exams right. And then Gurudev phoned me, how are you? How is your son? And I told Gurudev that he is in the hospital. And then Gurudev said, don't worry, I'm coming. And I was thinking, how did Gurudev phone me? Now he is coming? Because I have to welcome Gurudev, I have to make prasadam, but I was in the hospital, how can I serve Gurudev? So I thought, how can I do this? But then Gurudev said, I'm coming. So I thought, okay, I will manage. So by the mercy of Gurudev, he came to our house, and then he said, let's go to the hospital. And then in the hospital, it took a while, because you have to give information, you have to take a pause, and then you go outside, and then you have to wait. But I was thinking how to do this, but Gurudev was there, and he did his exams afterwards so well. And when he took Harinam from Gurudev, just like I took Diksha, Raglika's mercy was there. So he also got Harinam, give him Harinam. And then after taking Harinam, he read the whole Bhagavad Gita. And slowly on, he also went to Australia. You know, my husband had some severe heart damage, and everyone said he should take care of the business now. And then he was seriously doing his 16 rounds. And then he said, Gurudev, he was praying to Gurudev, I have to go. And then Gurudev did hear Bhagavatam in 2018. He came to the Mutt in Faridabad. And then he spoke with Gurudev. Gurudev, I want to go to America. And then Gurudev said, okay, but don't go to America, go to Australia. And it's better for you to go to Australia. And then he went to Australia, and Gurudev said before,
ये बंद होने वाली हैं फ्लाइट्स, इंटरनेशनल फ्लाइट्स। यहाँ पे तो गवर्नमेंट ने अभी नहीं किया था अनाउंस, पर आपको याद होगा स्वाति दीदी के यहाँ
you should remember at Swati Didi's there was a program at 19th of March.
हरे कृष्णा।
On the 19th of March there was a program at Swati's place, and I got to know that from the 22nd all the foreign flights will be dispatched. So then I called and I said, Chirag, come immediately, because after 2 days all the flights will be cancelled. And then he said, no mommy, nothing like that will happen, you know, I have to finish my work here. And then he went to check. All his roommates were sleeping because it was 2 o'clock midnight there, but in the night we booked his ticket, and then in half an hour the ticket price was so much changing. It was getting even more expensive, so we had to quickly search for a ticket. And then he got a ticket, and then in the morning he took the flight at 8 o'clock, and then on the 22nd he came here. So this was the mercy of Gurudev. At that time Gurudev convinced him to come back in lockdown time, and then Gurudev gave him mercy that Kartik was here, and he went to leave me there. My family went for 1 day, but I had some difficulties with my knees, and then Gurudev said, your mother is sick, how can she do parikrama? Someone has to be here. He didn't bring any clothes, what he was wearing. And then Gurudev was saying that he has to stay here for the whole parikrama. So he did the whole parikrama with Gurudev, and Gurudev gave him seva. So internally I feel like he has a relation with Gurudev. He has so much faith in Gurudev. He doesn't believe in many things, but with Gurudev he never has any doubts. He believes 100% in Gurudev. Also in Australia something happened. He took an iPhone, very expensive, because he needed the good software. And then his phone fell, and then he called me, Mommy, it was a new phone, and you don't get any refunds on this damage. But what to do? I have to pay so much. And then I said, don't worry, just pray to Gurudev and then everything will be okay. And then he told me, when he went to the Apple shop, there was this big banner that the damage of water will not be refunded. But still he sat there and he was really praying to Gurudev. And he said, Gurudev, I have no solution, please help me. And then when he went to the counter, he said, this is my phone, it fell. And then the person asked the name, and he said, when did you get this phone? And he was just simply answering. And then the person at the counter, he didn't do anything, he just gave me a new phone. And then he went to phone his mother, and then he said, Mommy, did Gurudev was Gurudev sitting here at the counter? So every time when he thinks of Gurudev, what he asks for, he gets from Gurudev. So he is fully surrendered to Gurudev. He says, I just only believe in Gurudev. He sometimes follows Ekadashi, he sometimes chants his rounds, but he believes in Gurudev. That's all. Hare Krishna.